Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Brett's Brain. Today, we're going to define ROI for you and why it matters. I'm Brett Broll, a venture capitalist and former entrepreneur. If you like the channel, subscribe, share, rate, do all those things. And if you have any questions, put them in the chat down below. I answer them all myself. So ROI, why does it matter? Well, as a venture capitalist and as an investor, it's what I'm judged on. That's how they compare our fund, or our investors compare our funds to all of their other investments, to other funds, but also to the public stock market, to a real estate investment, to anything else that they do. ROI is a universal calculation that you can use to compare any different types of investments. And generally speaking, the riskier an investment is, the higher expected return it has to have. Otherwise, why wouldn't you just keep your money in a bank account that has a 2% interest rate? ROI isn't just multiple. So if you take $1 and turn it into $10, you should have had a 10x return, right? But if you do that in 1 year versus 100 years, there's a huge difference in return on that investment. And so ROI does two things. It takes into account how much money is returned versus how much was invested, but it also takes into account how long it took for that to happen. And this is important for entrepreneurs to realize, because that that investors that are investing in you care about this number, and so you should care about it. When we invest in a company, it's not just about how big you are, it's also how fast you get there. And that's one reason when venture capitalists are evaluating a new startup investment that we think about, okay, not just what's that top line metric that you're at, how fast did you get there? How fast are you growing? The two most important things when you're raising a round of capital as an entrepreneur are, what are your metrics and how fast are they going? So velocity and where are they at? Velocity matters just as much as that total top line number. And part of that is because of ROI. The faster you're growing, the faster you're going to get to the point where you have a huge exit, the much bigger ROI you're going to have for your investors. And that's important and good to everybody, because at the end of the day, as a money manager, like a venture capitalist or any other money manager, that's what I'm judged on. And so I need to invest in things that are going to have outsized returns or outsized ROIs for our fund and for our investors. So ROI is return on investment, and it takes into account two things. One is how much is actually returned, and two, how quickly did that happen? Make sure you know it, know your numbers, know your metrics, and know what your investors care about.